What's up, everybody? Welcome back. I'm dashing today, so you can see the bag in the back. But this conversation today is about socialism and capitalism, and what matters to you in all those conversations, right? What really matters to you, right? So first thing is we never been in a capitalistic system, right? None like socialist system, right? So first of all, none of those things really matters. Like none of these things really gonna work in any shape or form. So um, I'm just coming to you in that conversation. What really matters to us is when we go to the grocery store, what we buy, right? What we buy our stuff with, right? We buy the food. How much we pay, right? How much did you pay last year or 5 years ago, right? That this is what really matters to you. All these conversations, they are all about those rich people and wealthy people, right? So us in the bottom, what really matters to us is our security and securing our families, right? So, and when I think about it, and I'm like, man, um, if those rich people can just get loaned at 0% interest or very minimal interest, and those people in the bottom, in order for them to get a loan or a credit card, they need to sign up for so many papers, and then they have to go to so many hoops, all giving away all the information, and even that they still get a loan at 18 or like 20% interest. And I'm like, wow, this has never been a fair system. It's not about capitalism or socialism. It's about fair system, right? If you have a fair system, that's not you don't need none of those conversations, right? You just need a fair system. The system is being unfair, right? So if you have a business, your business fell, it's on you, right? Nobody cares, right? They shut you down, they kill your business, you're done. But if the business is a government business, or if it's a very big business that can lobby to the government, they cannot shut them down because it's a country value. It's too big, right? So when you end up with that system, those companies, those airlines, those big banks, they don't have to do anything. They can still just be lazy. Um, the customer service is bad. They don't have to improve themselves, to make things more efficient. They don't need to do anything because they know the government gonna go save them if they fail. Right? If they are losing business, the government is just gonna go and back them up and bail them out. Right? So there's no efficiency. Right? So it's socialism for those people, for those group of big companies, those big, like very rich, and then uh, they always telling us it's all capitalism in the bottom, right? So the reality is none of these things really matters to you. It's about what you know that your paycheck is not gonna go very high, and what you're making, it's just gonna be just what it is. So what really matters is how can you convert what you're making, or a portion of what you're making, in something that's outside the system, right? So because the money they are giving away with 0% interest is your money, right? So that's why you will see your stuff are more expensive. The fuel is more expensive. Food is more expensive. It's because they are giving away your money, right? So when they expand your money, and then they take a portion, like they take 50% of that and they give it away. That's your money, right? So all those noises, all those talk about the distractions. Those are all distractions that's been putting in place to make you blind and distract you, so you cannot see what the reality, right? So what I come to say is basically what you have to do. You just have to look at what what you used to buy with $100, and what you can buy now with $100, right? and then decide, okay, when next time you get paid, do you wanna just save that in that system that's just stealing your money, or you wanna convert that into a system that's different, like that's really different, more that's fair, where nobody's getting a less interest than anybody, right? So this the system of Bitcoin, right? You you cannot just come because you're a big company, or you're valuable, so valuable to your country, and you can get like loan with less interest than anybody else. There's no BS like that in the Bitcoin system, right? So if you need a loan, you're gonna get the same rate as anybody else, right? So this is why Bitcoin is so attracting to me. It's because of the fact that it's a fair system. It's not like there's no bullshit there, right? Like all this talk about saying, oh, um, there's like pe- most people, like in people who consider themselves as capitalists, right? And they think, oh yeah, they created value. They had a big company. They deserve all the money. They deserve to have 0% interest, and they just opportunist. If the money is available, they can get it. Be smart, fine. But it's because the reason you're so rich is because the system allows you, right? You just it's because the system is so broken. You you exploit the system, right? Because there is one guy who can decide on the people money all around the country, right? One guy sitting somewhere who can just wake up in a bad day, and he decide to just evaporate everybody's money, right? So this is, when you think about it, this is, you don't have to wait until you see somebody go into your house and then take everything you have to call that totalitarian. It's already totalitarian, right? If somebody can just put your money and then just make your money worth less, this is totalitarian. It's a dictatorship. The person is a dictator, right? You don't have somebody to wait to that. Oh, this is a dictator because he is killing people, right? This is the same thing as killing you, because if they can just take your money, right, and they just say your money is worth less, this is just a dictatorship, right? They just steal everything you have, right? So you don't have to wait until somebody tell you this is dictatorship. So anyway, I just wanted to do this talk, and it's so funny that like you see all those people talking about this, and at the end, when you think about it, none of them really get the point, right? None of them really get the point. Now, it's not about fighting a system. The system will never fix itself. Okay, like if you can every system, in every problem there's opportunities, right? Those people who get richer and richer, they take advantage of the opportunity, right? In a socialist system, there's some people will always take advantage of the system, right? They will take or get the opportunity, right? The smartest people, they're gonna go where the money is going, right? So for you, basically, at least for some people, what they say, okay, well, I'm just gonna go and protect myself. I'm just exiting the system. There's no honesty, there's no checking balances. Uh, Everything is corrupt, everybody's corrupt, and they're just distracting people, and so they cannot see the truth, right? So why should I stay in a system like this, right? So that the opportunity Bitcoin gives you is to exit. You don't have to deal with those BS, right? So like your parent used to tell you, oh, be honest. You go to work, you make money, and you earn your money, and you sustain yourself, right? But now it's not about this, right? So, and the funny things too is those rich people, like, and they try to act like, oh, those people who get money, oh, they get money for nothing, right? There's people in welfare, they get money for nothing. Like ample universal basic income. Even though I always talk about Bitcoin, I think we will need the universal basic income, but it's very scary to me because universal basic income will probably gonna end up in a very bad situation where you're gonna get censored. If you say something good the government doesn't like, they're gonna cut it, and you're gonna go. You're gonna die. You're gonna die because they're gonna cut everything you have. Okay, because the government don't like what you say, and they're probably gonna kill you, and uh, it's gonna be very, very, very bad to end up in a system like this because it's not decentralized. It's in a central place where one person can tell who's gonna get money, who's gonna get more, who's gonna get less, right? Based on what they do. You know, you don't exercise today, well, you get less, right? So stuff like that. So universal basic income is very scary, but it's a necessary evil. Like it's necessary because most people now they need something to sustain themselves, especially when you don't have the capability to produce as much income to sustain yourself as before because most of the jobs the robots gonna take them away. So how are you gonna be able to create money, right? How are you gonna be able to work for somebody if there's no job available for you, right? So this is the humanitarian side of things, but government will take advantage of it and just take and then just like because they're gonna have power to of all the money and more power for them, and then they're just gonna decide who can get more, right? So every time they give you $1,000, they give $10,000 to the top, right? So and then the top get richer and richer. What is against that is the Bitcoin. You cannot produce more and more Bitcoin, right? So that's why it's smart to think about. It's not just about oh you're investing. Some people see Bitcoin as investment, go make some money. It's not. It's none of that, right? So it's about insurance to the future, right? So when they're gonna start piling all this money, right? like exploding all this money, Bitcoin is just rock solid, right? It's like Bitcoin is gonna stay rock solid, and then all this money gonna spreading away